French fries, Coca-Cola, pizza, and Snickers. The list could go on. Did you know that according to Gladys Block, professor of public health nutrition at the University of California, Berkeley, found that nearly 30% of the average American's diet came from junk foods and drinks? How about that only 10% comes from fruit and vegetables? It is no surprise then that obesity has tripled since 1975, according to the World Health Organization. Let me introduce then how taxing fatty foods and sugary drinks could help curb this deadly epidemic that we now face. Junk foods and sugary drinks are high in salts, saturated fats, and sugars, all leading causes of dangerous health conditions including high blood pressure, heart disease, and type 2 diabetes. These junk foods and drinks offer little nutritional value at a high calorie cost. On average, on any given day, more than 84.8 million Americans consume fast food, and half of Americans, 48%, drink sodas, 2.6 per day or 46 gallons per year, according to Yale University. Now, what exactly is a fat and junk food tax or sugar tax? First, let me be clear that the fat tax is referencing the saturated fats found in foods, not to the people who consume them. Basically, these sugar and fat taxes would either tax the companies that produce and advertise these foods and drinks, and or it would make it more expensive for consumers to access them. Next, why are these taxes necessary? Because fast food and drinks are obviously a big component of the American diet, but they also are harmful in that they contribute to being overweight and obese. At an alarming rate, these foods and drinks are being consumed, so a tax needs to be considered. Hungary, Mexico, Britain, and Japan have already introduced a sugar or fat tax, or both, in some form. And France, Norway, and Australia are currently working on implementing these taxes. While some may believe that taxing fatty foods and sugary drinks would unfairly target the poor or low income, I will demonstrate why this is not true. The National Health and Nutrition Examination Survey analyzed consumers of junk foods between 2013 and 2016, and what they found was quite interesting. The largest consumer of these foods were those with high incomes, not low incomes. Only 31% of consumers were low incomes, while 42% of the consumers were of high income. More men ate fast food than women, and young men were more likely to eat it than older men. This is all according to the CDC, or Centers for Disease Control. Now that we know how detrimental junk foods and drinks are, let's look at how the rest of the world, and even here on the West Coast, is trying to combat their consumption. Hungary, a leading country in this tax, has already seen tremendous results. Their tax was based on high sugar and salt content. In just 4 years after implementing the taxes, more than 59% of consumers had either diminished or decreased their consumption altogether. This is according to the World Health Organization. On the West Coast, in 2014 in Berkeley, California, they passed a sugar-sweetened beverage tax. 1 cent was taxed per ounce of soda. And consumers became more likely to drink water. The American Journal of Public Health found that soda consumption had decreased by 21%, and water consumption had increased to nearly 63%. Now, 6 other cities around the nation are launching a sugar beverage tax, including San Francisco. Imagine a healthier world of you, friends, and family with lower rates of overweight and obesity complications and the high health care costs that come with it, nearly $147 billion, according to the CDC. Taxing the foods and drinks that facilitate these negative consequences is a phenomenal start. The tax money raised could not only make our world healthier and decrease consumption, but it could create subsidies for making more nutritious foods like fruits and vegetables available. Campaigns teaching people to eat healthier, and less commercials of fast food, McDonald's and Arby's, more commercials of fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. Last, let's reemphasize how important and beneficial this tax in the US could be. for these foods that harm our health. As obesity skyrockets across the US and the world, a large proportion of the population may be overweight, but they are still undernourished in terms of vitamins and minerals, which are very important for our body to perform at its best. As a famous Chinese proverb once stated, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. Now is the time to curb this harmful trend that we now see by taxing the junk foods and drinks that cause it. And I'll leave you with this quote from Eric Schlosser, author of Fast Food Nation. Fast food is popular because it's convenient, it's cheap, and it tastes good. But the real cost of eating fast food never appears on the menu. Thank you.